destiny.
Yo, apprentices and acolytes, it's Lord Dagavir, and I'm gonna give you all the knowledge in this breakdown for episode 5 of the Book of Boba Fett. Things start out so quick with Din Djarin coming in, and he still has the Darksaber, man. I love it, and his Beskar spear. Oh man, what a way to start the episode right off the bat. And I love how instantly he's retrieving a bounty, he's seeking out, he's doing his work still. It doesn't matter that he has the Darksaber, it's still the same Din Djarin. And he meets us with, I can bring you in warm, and I can bring you in cold. And that is exactly one of the first lines he ever said in the first season. Man, I love it. This actually doesn't really have anything to do with Star Wars, but I felt like this part right here, this entire installation is very similar to one of my favorite video game franchises, if not my favorite video game franchise of all time, and that's Halo. Oh, it's so beautiful how it's installations and it's literally a Halo ring. I'm like, what is going on here? Two worlds are colliding and my favorite things are happening in the same thing. Yo, Master Chief! Now, once he returns his bounty, you can see he's looking for the Enclave, you can see the signs on the walls, and then he meets them, and you see the armorer there, still doing her thing, and Vizsla, this character here, is one of the most important characters in this entire story for The Mandalorian. His ancestry dates back to so many years, and of course his ancestor created the Darksaber and was also a Jedi. This is actually from Star Wars Rebels, and it's probably one of the most important Star Wars stories that you've never heard of. If you have not seen Star Wars Rebels, go in and watch it. Long story short, this guy right here, Paz Vizsla, is the ancestor of one of the Vizslas that made the Darksaber, and he was actually a Jedi and a Mandalorian, which is kind of like sacrilege because they're bent on fighting the Jedi and their creed and everything like that. So it was practically problematic for him to be an entire Jedi in the first place. Also, his Darksaber is crazy. So many Jedi and Sith for so long have been criticized by their hilts and the way they look. Satele Shan, one of my favorite characters of all time, was a descendant of Revan, and her lightsaber was double-bladed, and they always criticized her for that because they thought that she had dark side traits like Darth Revan from the video games of Knights of the Old Republic. So this guy definitely had major criticisms, and it's so cool to see his saber in here in The Mandalorian. But his character is also very important because he dates back to Pre-Vizsla, and that was actually one of Jon Favreau's first characters in Star Wars. He voiced Pre-Vizsla. Pre-Vizsla actually got into a huge fight with Darth Maul, and Darth Maul actually challenged him for his rule, and the Darksaber, Darth Maul ends up beheading him, killing him, and takes control of all of Mandalore, which ultimately sends this entire government and world and the people into a terrible chain of events leading to this episode. So you can see them now. Once a mighty civilization, now only 3 of them left. Crazy. Tell me how many video game stories are in this one episode, and you see BD1, dude. He's the coolest freaking droid that we have like no merchandise of yet, and he's from Jedi Fallen Order. Oh my god, I love him. I hope we get more merch of him. It's so cool to see that. Jedi Fallen Order was actually just announced today, the sequel. So it's so they did this. This was all a part of the plan. They knew we were gonna sell BD1, and we saw BD1, and now Jedi Fallen Order 2 has been announced officially, and you can see that right here with its Easter eggs. Let's freaking go BD1 with the Mandalorian. I love it. So Pele and Mando are talking, and it seems like he has a different ship now, right? And it's a Naboo fighter. Dude, the prequel kids like myself were freaking just oozing with so much happiness in this entire episode because the Naboo starfighter is here. You saw this in the Phantom Menace. You saw it in the new video game trailer for Eclipse. It's so crazy how they're recycling all this prequel stuff. I felt like it's been ignored for so long, and here we are. Look at this, man, and it is so cool. It's like muscled out, super fast. It's not the Razor Crest, but man, it is still so freaking cool that they made this. I love it in this show. I can't wait to see more of it. So as Pele and the Mandalorian are actually working on the Naboo starfighter, they say scurriers, the scurrier nest here, which is kind of crazy because a couple episodes before, that's what Fennec Shan and Boba Fett were eating. What? They're savages. So when the Mandalorian actually starts his starship up, the brand new Naboo starfighter, he tails off and he's testing it, but where he tests it is actually the Bunta's Eve. This is where Anakin Skywalker and everybody in the Phantom Menace had the pod racer racing. Dude, it is so cool, and it's insane too because the Empire actually outlawed this. You weren't allowed to do pod racing anymore, and anyone that did pod racing was basically arrested or worse. So you only really got to see pod racing on like backwater planets where no one was around. It was underground, very, very dangerous. So it's cool to see him still going back to this place. Total Easter eggs and member berries for all the prequel lovers, and it's so cool too to see like you're not really sure right now what's happening with the New Republic. You know, if they've outlawed pod racing as well, but it's so sick that he goes to test it out literally with Anakin Skywalker around down, dude. And of course in the Mandalorian, Cobb Vanth was also riding Anakin Skywalker's pod racer. Yo, you love it, give me the Easter eggs, baby, give me the knowledge. And now, this is a cool thing. This is Carson Teva, okay? And I love this guy so much. He's such a huge nerd, but he's the pilot that we've seen now in Season 2 as well. You know that he's had so many scuffles and encounters with the Mandalorian, and it just seems like he's also kind of trying to recruit him. I don't know if this has something to do with Rangers of the Republic, that show that was kind of destroyed, and they're kind of absorbing it into every other show now. I don't know what's going to happen with this, but I love that he's still showing up. I don't know if there's going to be other parts of him showing up in other episodes or new series, but it's something to watch out for. Here we go. And finally, who was Mandalorian talking about at the end of the episode? Is it Ahsoka? Is it Cobb Vanth? Is it someone else that we don't know? There's so many variables, and of course, I personally think it's Cobb Vanth. He's right there on Tatooine. Ahsoka, as much as I got excited for, is probably way too far away. I don't think that's going to happen. He probably has no idea where Ahsoka is or what type of contact. I just absolutely think the simplified answer, the most obvious answer, is going to be Cobb Vanth. We're going to see a bunch of characters in the next couple episodes. Let me hear your theories. Let me know what you think about these videos, and please subscribe to the Dark Temple and Lord Dagavir giving you the knowledge, fam. I'll see you around. Road to 10K subscribers. Let's go.